Picture this. You're 8 years old, living in an Indian village. Your parents have always seemed to love you, but have never given you as much attention as they give Raul, your older brother. On a random Saturday, you're woken up and kidnapped by a large group of men. You're stuffed into a big black van after your mouth is taped shut. All you can hear is the ground underneath as you're tumbling by on the way to a mystery destination. Suddenly, you've arrived. They take you into a dark room, first rushing past rooms of screaming girls, moaning men, and distraught silences. It isn't until now that you realize you've been sold into a brothel. Before, you didn't know what this was. You've only heard stories. But now, it's hitting you that this is your new home. It doesn't seem very fun, but it looks like you have no choice as to whether you want to stay or go. The value of your opinion starts to diminish, and you begin being referred to as number 37, not the name you've held for the past 8 years. Day by day, the men storm in, sometimes accompanied by women who you assume are their wives, manipulating your look in some way, shape, or form. First, it started with piercing your ears and nose. Then it continued to teaching you how to apply makeup. The next thing you know, you're wearing short skirts, jewelry, and bras that shouldn't even be worn by an undeveloped girl like you. Only 4 days after your arrival, the men come in one morning and take you to a dark room with one bed and light music playing. They tell you not to resist what's coming, or you will be beaten. But when you see what's coming, your natural instinct is to resist. So, there comes the beating. Hits, screams, slaps, moans, pain, cries, agony. Then suddenly, you feel the sharpest pain you've ever felt. Blood is everywhere, and you don't understand why. You're too young to even know what this is. All you know is that this isn't normal, and you cry out for help, but it never comes. The beatings and rapes continue for days, and months go by, with no changes but your pre-adolescent body beginning to mature and develop. Your destiny is a mystery. Who knows how long it will go on, or if you will survive. Who knows if you'll get away and turn into the woman you've always dreamed of being, or who knows if you'll be in your grave, wondering what that would have been like. 27 million people go through this around the world at any given moment, with no hope for their future. At this time, as you're watching this video, 27 million people are being forced into some type of labor, whether it be sexual exploitation or any other exploitation that is a result of trafficking. 80% of these victims have experienced physical or sexual violence. How can you allow this to happen? How have we allowed this to happen? Why haven't we done more to stop it? We are now informed citizens of the world, and although reality may prevent us from completely obliterating this problem, we now have the potential to make a difference. Big or small, a difference can be made. They say history repeats itself. Is this just another example of that? And even if it is, why do we allow for history to live on? Humans ended slavery. Humans ended the Holocaust. Humans have the ability to take control and put a cease to the maltreatment of their neighbors that may even live half a sky away. We are humans. We have that talent to be in charge. If owners of brothels can control the women they own, then we should have just as much ability to control and own them. Slavery is slavery, whether it involves blacks, Jews, or women. It is a situation that has been overtaken before and can be overtaken again. As Abraham Lincoln once said in a speech against slavery, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." The world cannot persist as women against men, just as it never persisted as blacks against whites or Jews against Nazis. Slavery is defined as involuntary subjection to another, a state of subjugation or captivity, often involving degrading labor. Sex is degrading labor to millions of women and girls around the world that are sold into brothels and owned as sex slaves. But we have to continue and never give up in order to change nations as a whole and repeat one segment of history that we admire today, the abolition of slavery. So, let's join together and let's change lives. Let's make an effort. Let's make a difference. Let's not just say it, let's do it.